This video covers every major theory about Garten of BanBan 8, and trust me, some of them are not just shocking, but might actually be true. So sit back, relax, and feel free to leave this video playing in the background while you're working, or even as you're falling asleep. So first, let's talk about a mysterious character. Brushista is one of the most mysterious characters introduced in Garten of BanBan 7. But what's even stranger is that she has never physically appeared in the series yet. We first saw her in BanBan 7, but only through references, hints, and background details. We have no idea how she actually behaves, and that makes her one of the biggest unknowns heading into BanBan 8. However, one thing is confirmed from the first trailer of BanBan 8. Brushista is part of the mutant family, and as we all know, not everyone in the mutant family is our ally. Characters like Syringeon and Sir Dadadu are extremely aggressive, and they definitely aren't on our side. So if we follow that pattern, there's a very low chance that Brushista will be friendly. Another important detail is that Brushista is not just another mindless or passive character. She won't be like the unnamed citizens or the Gavanium blobs who just exist in the background without any intelligence. No, Brushista is going to be a smart and highly capable character. If we look at the mutant family, most of them are extremely intelligent. Syringeon is a doctor-like figure who understands experiments, and Bitter Giggle is also shown to have a high level of awareness and knowledge. Brushista fits into this category. In fact, we already know she has created multiple movies, which means she has a creative mind and the ability to think deeply. A dumb or brainless character wouldn't be able to make films, which further proves that Brushista will be a highly intelligent character with a major role in BanBan 8. Since she's part of the mutant family and is likely to be smart, what does that mean for us? Well, it strongly suggests that Brushista will not be an ally. If we look at past patterns, most of the smartest characters in Garten of BanBan are either neutral or outright hostile. Syringeon, for example, is brilliant but also dangerous. BanBan himself is intelligent but has moments where he can't be trusted. This means that Brushista will likely be a major force in BanBan 8, but not as a friendly character. She may be one of the main antagonists, or at the very least, someone we need to be extremely cautious around. Now, could there be a small chance that she helps us? It's possible, but unlikely. Some characters in the series start out as threats, but later reveal more complex personalities. BanBan, for example, seemed purely evil at first, but later showed some depth. If Brushista follows a similar path, she might start as an enemy, but eventually show a different side. However, given what we know right now, everything points to her being a dangerous and intelligent opponent rather than an ally. So, what do you think? Will Brushista turn out to be our enemy, or will she surprise us in BanBan 8? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's talk about Jumbo Josh. So as we all know, we first see Jumbo Josh at the very end of BanBan 1, when he suddenly appears and causes the entire lift to collapse. And since then, Jumbo Josh has played a major role in almost every Garten of BanBan game. But the biggest question now is, what will happen to Jumbo Josh in BanBan 8? Because as we all know, at the end of BanBan 7, after the massive battle against the Notified Army, Jumbo Josh did something shocking. He ate the Queen's scepter, and because of this, a massive explosion occurred, knocking everyone unconscious. Now in the new BanBan 8 trailer, we see Jumbo Josh lying on the ground, and something strange has happened. His color has changed to pink. But why? What caused this transformation? There are two possible explanations, and both of them completely change the way we look at Jumbo Josh's future. So the first theory suggests that Jumbo Josh has absorbed the insane power of the Queen's scepter and is now transforming into something even stronger. We already know that the Queen's scepter is one of the most powerful objects in the entire BanBan kindergarten. In one of the case update reports, it was mentioned that Queen Bouncelia once requested her magical scepter back, but management refused, saying there was no evidence of magical powers. However, here's where things get crazy. Nobody in the kindergarten even remembered creating a scepter in the first place. It was as if it had appeared out of nowhere. Queen Bouncelia refused to discuss where it came from, and this mystery only made it more suspicious. But if there was no record of how it was made, how did it even exist? Well, one person who definitely understood its power was Sir Dadadu. He wanted the scepter so badly that he was willing to fight against the entire BanBan kindergarten to get it. This means the scepter isn't just a decorative item. It holds real, uncontrollable power. Now, let's go back to the moment when Jumbo Josh ate the scepter. Remember how Syringeon immediately screamed, "No, don't eat it. This reaction tells us something important. Syringeon knew exactly how dangerous the scepter was, but Josh ate it anyway. And because of this, he might now be undergoing a terrifying transformation. If the scepter truly has magical energy, then it's possible that Jumbo Josh is now evolving into a hellish form, bigger, stronger, and more terrifying than ever before. Think about how powerful Jumbo Josh already was. He single-handedly destroyed Sir Dadadoo, fought against the hellish versions of BanBan and Stinger Flynn, and took on an entire army of nautified creatures. He was already one of the strongest beings in the entire kindergarten. But now, if he has absorbed the energy of the Queen's scepter, he could be completely unstoppable. We might see a version of Jumbo Josh that's not just stronger, but twisted by the scepter's magic. His body changed, his mind corrupted, and his power beyond anything we've ever seen before. And if this happens, then BanBan 8 might just introduce us to the most horrifying version of Jumbo Josh yet. But this leads us to the second theory, and this one is much darker. Now, while the first theory suggests that Jumbo Josh is becoming stronger, this second theory takes things in a completely different direction. What if the power of the Queen's scepter is too much for him to handle? Let's go back to the biggest mystery of the scepter. We don't know who made it or how it was created. It wasn't recorded in any official logs, which means that even the people running the kindergarten had no idea where it came from. And if we don't know what it's made of, then how do we know it's even safe for Jumbo Josh? Maybe the magical properties of the scepter are something that his body simply can't handle. One of the biggest clues supporting this theory is his appearance in the new trailer. In BanBan 8 new trailer, Jumbo Josh looks extremely injured. His entire body has turned pink. He's lying on the ground, and he looks completely drained of energy. If the scepter was giving him power, then why does he look so weak? This could mean that instead of making him stronger, the scepter's energy is actually poisoning him from the inside. It might be slowly breaking down his body, consuming him, and leading to his possible death in BanBan 8. If this theory is true, then BanBan 8 might be the final chapter for Jumbo Josh. And if he dies, it could change everything in the series. Because if the strongest creature in the kindergarten is gone, then who will be left to stop the other monsters? So both of these theories make sense in their own way. Either Jumbo Josh is about to become a monster more terrifying than we've ever seen before, or he's going to die from the overwhelming power of the Queen's scepter. Either way, BanBan 8 is going to give us a major reveal about his fate. But now, let's talk about Syringeon. As we all know, Syringeon played a massive role in BanBan 7, helping the player in several critical moments. But at the very end of the game, everything changed in an instant. The moment the player removed BanBan's painting and revealed Flambo's hidden wall art, Syringeon snapped. He attacked the player in a fit of rage, leaving us all with a massive cliffhanger. What will Syringeon do next? Has he completely turned against us? Or is there something bigger going on that we still don't understand? This mystery became even deeper when the second teaser trailer for BanBan 8 was released. In this trailer, we saw Syringeon in a dark operating room, performing what looked like eye surgery. But the biggest question is, whose eye was he operating on? Was it the player's eye, or was it BanBan's eye? Right now, there are multiple theories about Syringeon's fate in BanBan 8, and some of them are much darker than you might expect. The first theory is the most popular one, and it suggests that Syringeon was never really an ally. Sure, he helped the player during BanBan 7, but only because it suited his goals. The moment the player ignored his warning and removed the BanBan painting, everything changed. According to this theory, Syringeon wasn't just angry, he was terrified of what the player had uncovered. Some fans believe that Syringeon is completely loyal to BanBan and didn't want anyone to find out the truth about Flambo. That's why he attacked. But what happened next? This is where the second BanBan 8 teaser trailer comes into play. In this teaser, we see Syringeon holding an eyeball. At first, it's unclear whose eye it is, but if we look closely, it does resemble BanBan's. However, some fans believe that this could actually be the player's eye. If that's true, then this means Syringeon captured the player after the attack and is now performing a terrifying surgery on them. The theory suggests that Syringeon is replacing the player's eye with something else, possibly a Gavanium-powered eye that could change the player forever. But why would he do this? One idea is that Syringeon wants to manipulate the player's mind or use them as a test subject for his experiments. We already know that Syringeon loves surgery, and he has deep knowledge of Gavanium, so this theory could actually make a lot of sense. But there's another version of this theory. Instead of experimenting on the player, some fans fans believe that Syringeon is actually working on BanBan. In BanBan 6, BanBan suffered a brutal fight against Sir Dadadu's army and lost one of his eyes. This means that the eye Syringeon is holding could actually belong to BanBan, and he's now trying to restore it. In BanBan 3, BanBan called himself Dr. Uthman, and in the teaser, we hear Syringeon say, "Get up and try to look presentable, Uthman." This could be a hint that Syringeon is treating BanBan to help him recover. If this is true, then Syringeon might still be an ally, at least to BanBan. But this raises a much bigger question. What condition is BanBan in right now? If Syringeon is trying to restore him, does that mean BanBan will return in BanBan 8? And if he does, what kind of role will he play? Now let's talk about the next big mystery. Will Syringeon still be our ally in BanBan 8? Some fans believe that Syringeon only attacked the player out of anger in BanBan 7. Since the player ignored his warnings and removed the painting, he lost control in that moment. But after calming down, he might realize the player is still useful and he could return as an ally. If this theory is correct, then Syringeon could play an even bigger role in BanBan 8, guiding the player through the next part of the game and helping them find their missing child. However, not everyone agrees with this. The second theory suggests that Syringeon will not be an ally at all. Instead, he will do everything he can to stop the player from moving forward. This theory goes even darker. Some fans believe that Syringeon will transform into a hellish version of himself. As we all know, special types of Givanium can be used to create hellish versions of characters, making them far more powerful and aggressive. And Syringeon already has deep knowledge of Givanium and its effects. If he decides to use it on himself, we could see a terrifying new form of Syringeon in BanBan 8. Now let's talk about Zolphius. In the third teaser of BanBan 8, there's a familiar face hiding in the shadows. Zolphius, a character who's always been silent, always standing in the darkness, suddenly teased like he's about to play a major role. But why now? What's changed? The Euphoric brothers don't just add random characters into teaser trailers, they add the ones that truly matter. So the big question is, what is Zolphius finally going to do in BanBan 8? Is he still the quiet watcher we saw in earlier games? Or is he about to reveal something much darker? In every game so far, we see Zolphius just standing in the dark. He doesn't move, he doesn't talk, he just stares. And many fans believe he has been sleeping all this time. Maybe that's why he does nothing in BanBan 3 and BanBan 4. Maybe he's been waiting for the right time to wake up. And now, in BanBan 8, it's time for him to finally show his true nature. But hold on, there's one big problem with that theory. If Zolphius is really sleeping the whole time, then how did he speak in BanBan 3? Because in that game, he actually says, "I'm sorry" to the player. So if he was asleep, then how did he talk? Was he talking in his sleep? That doesn't make much sense. So maybe the theory about Zolphius sleeping is not 100% true. Maybe he wasn't asleep, but he was just hiding his real power on purpose. As many of you already know, I made a video before explaining why Zolphius only stands in the darkness and does nothing. I explained why he said sorry to the player and what that could mean. But in that video, I forgot to talk about something really important: Zolphius's future. What kind of role is he going to play in BanBan 8? That's the mystery we are going to solve now. So we have two main theories that kind of make sense. The first theory says that Zolphius is finally going to break his silence. He's going to show his true form and finally take action. In all the previous games, he was silent and still, maybe because of some unknown rule or curse. But now, in BanBan 8, something changes. Maybe something happens in the story that allows Zolphius to finally act. This theory says that Zolphius could play a huge role in BanBan 8's story. But now, the next question is, will he help us or hurt us? This is where the second theory comes in. The second theory says that Zolphius is going to become hellish in BanBan 8. Just like BanBan got corrupted, and just like Bitter Giggle became evil, maybe Zolphius is next. Maybe something happens in BanBan 8 that turns Zolphius into a hellish version, a more powerful, more terrifying form. This would explain why the Euphoric brothers are suddenly putting him in the teaser trailers. Maybe they are building up to a huge twist. But honestly, this theory has a few problems too. Some fans believe that Zolphius has powers similar to Stinger Flynn, powers that are connected to dreams, memory, and peace. This means he might not even be able to become hellish like the other characters. Some fans believe Zolphius is too powerful or too ancient to be corrupted. That's why many fans believe Zolphius is not going to become evil, but instead, he will help the player. So in the end, we're left with two strong possibilities. Either Zolphius is finally going to wake up and play a big dark role, maybe even as a new boss fight, or he's going to be one of the rare characters who helps the player. A guide, a protector, a guardian of something big. We've never really seen Zolphius in action, so BanBan 8 might be the first time where we learn what he's really capable of. And here's one last idea. What if both theories are true? What if Zolphius starts out as a helpful character in BanBan 8, but something terrible happens during the story that corrupts him? Maybe he tries to protect the player, but then he fails. Or maybe someone like BanBan or Flynn tricks him. Maybe Zolphius is forced into becoming hellish. That would be a shocking twist in the game, and it would explain why the developers are teasing him so much in the trailer. So now, I want to hear your opinion. Do you think Zolphius is going to stay silent and just stand in the dark again? Or is he finally going to do something huge in BanBan 8? And do you believe in the theory of hellish Zolphius? Or do you think he'll help the player? Let me know in the comments section. Now let's talk about a Bitter Giggle mystery. One of the biggest questions after BanBan 7 is whether Bitter Giggle is still alive. As we all know, we first saw Bitter Giggle in Garten of BanBan 4, and after that, he played an important role in almost every BanBan game. But in BanBan 7, something heartbreaking happened. During the chaos of the notified attack, Bitter Giggle was transformed into his terrifying hellish form and started chasing the player. To save the player, Sheriff Toadster accidentally attacked Bitter Giggle, leading to what seemed like his death. But the real question is, did Bitter Giggle actually die? Or is there a way he could still be alive? I found some really interesting details hidden deep within BanBan's kindergarten that might change everything. First, let's go back to that emotional moment. After Sheriff Toadster's attack, Bitter Giggle made one final request: to hear one last joke from his best friend. Sheriff Toadster, holding back his emotions, told the joke, and Bitter Giggle laughed for the last time before going completely silent. At first glance, this seems like the end of his story, but let's think deeper. Bitter Giggle is not human. He was created through Givanium, just like every other experiment in BanBan's kindergarten. And Givanium is no ordinary substance. It has the ability to bring artificial creatures to life by combining it with DNA and running it through a special circuitry system. This means that even if Bitter Giggle died, there is still a way to bring him back using Givanium. Now this raises another big question. Who has the knowledge and ability to use Givanium properly to bring him back? The answer is surprising, but it's actually the player. Don't forget that in BanBan 3, the player was able to bring Nabnaleena back to life using Givanium. So there is a very real possibility that BanBan 8 could give us a mission to do the same thing for Bitter Giggle. Imagine how amazing that would be, being able to bring back one of the most beloved characters in the series, just like we did with Nabnaleena. But what if the player fails? That brings us to the next possibility: Syringeon. As we all know, Syringeon is a skilled surgeon and has played a key role in creating several characters in the Garten of BanBan series. If anyone knows how to use Givanium properly, it's him. So if the player is unable to revive Bitter Giggle, Syringeon could step in and use his knowledge to bring him back. This would be a huge moment in the game, showing Syringeon's importance in the story and making him a major ally in BanBan 8. But there's still one more theory, and it might be the most interesting one yet. What if neither the player nor Syringeon is the one to bring Bitter Giggle back? What if the euphoric brothers introduce a brand new character in BanBan 8 who has the ability to revive him? This wouldn't be surprising, because the developers love introducing new characters that completely change the story. We've already seen how they love to surprise fans with unexpected plot twists. Imagine if a new scientist, a forgotten experiment, or even a character like Brushista had the knowledge to bring Bitter Giggle back. This could set up an entirely new storyline and make BanBan 8 even more exciting. So, which of these theories makes the most sense? Is Bitter Giggle truly gone forever, or will he return in BanBan 8? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's talk about a Flambo. Flambo is one of the most mysterious characters in the entire Garten of BanBan series. And in today's video, we're diving deep into one of the biggest questions in the entire community. What role is Flambo going to play in BanBan 8? Now, let's get one thing straight. At this point, if you're part of the Garten of BanBan community, you already know who Flambo is. There's no need to introduce him. But here's the thing. While everyone knows Flambo, nobody knows what he's truly capable of. And trust me, Flambo is not going to play the role you expect. In fact, his role might be way darker than anyone imagined. Let's start with what most fans believe. A popular theory says that Flambo was created by the scientists as a new version of BanBan. Why? Because BanBan has one major problem. He sometimes transforms into a terrifying version called hellish BanBan. When this happens, BanBan completely loses control. He becomes violent, dangerous, and attacks anything and everything everything he sees. The scientists clearly weren't happy about that. Hellish BanBan is a failed result in their eyes, so they needed a backup plan. And that plan was Flambo, a new, better version of BanBan. A version without the hellish side. Flambo was meant to be calm, stable, and in control. This idea becomes even more believable when we find the anti-devil file in BanBan 0. That file hints at a character being designed to stop or resist corruption. Many fans think that file is directly connected to Flambo. It's as if the scientists created him specifically to fix what BanBan broke. In other words, Flambo is BanBan's opposite. Because of this, some theories suggest that Flambo will actually help the player in BanBan 8. Maybe he's the one who guides us through the kindergarten. Maybe he helps us find the missing child. That would make sense, right? A pure, stable version of BanBan trying to correct the mistakes of the past. But here's the twist. Just because Flambo was made to be the opposite of BanBan, that doesn't mean he's going to be our friend. Let me explain. There are many characters in Garten of BanBan who aren't corrupted, but they're still evil. They're still dangerous. Characters like Nabnalina, Slow Celine, or even Syringeon. They haven't gone hellish, but they still try to hurt the player. So Flambo might not be corrupted, but that doesn't automatically make him a hero. Right now, we have no solid proof that Flambo will help us. All we have are theories. And there's something else we can't ignore. Givanium. Givanium is the special chemical that changes everything. It's what made BanBan go hellish. And it's what BanBan used to make Nab hellish too. Just one injection of Givanium can completely transform a character. So even if Flambo was created to be pure and safe, what happens if he is exposed to Givanium? Here's where things get really interesting. We already know that Flambo has been locked inside a closet or hidden room for a very long time. And here's the scary part. What if Flambo knows that? What if Flambo remembers who locked him away? What if he's been waiting all this time for his chance to escape? And when he finally gets out in BanBan 8, he's not there to help anyone. He's there for revenge. One theory even says that Flambo is going to inject himself with special Givanium. That's right, he's going to willingly become corrupted, but not like BanBan. Something even worse. A new kind of hellish version that the player has never seen before. A smarter, more focused, more powerful version. One that's not just violent, but also calculating and cold. Think about it. A character like hellish BanBan goes out of control and attacks randomly. But a hellish Flambo? That's a monster with a plan. That's something way more dangerous. Now let's talk about what this could mean for BanBan 8. If Flambo really is going to escape in the next game, his role could go in two directions. First, he could be the final boss, the ultimate threat, the one who comes out of the shadows and shows us just how terrifying a perfect creation can be when it's pushed too far. His hatred for BanBan, the scientists, and even the player could turn him into one of the most powerful villains in the entire series. Or second, Flambo could pretend to be our ally. He could guide us through the game, pretending to help, but in reality, he's using us to get what he wants. Access to the labs, the missing files, the special Givanium. And once he has it, he transforms. He turns into something that even BanBan can't stop. And let me know in the comments, do you think Flambo will help the player? Or do you think he's going to be the biggest threat we've faced yet? Now, let's talk about a Sheriff Toadster. In the third trailer, we only see him for a few seconds, but something is seriously wrong. His eyes color has changed. His friendly smile is completely gone, and he looks really upset. At first, a lot of people thought it was because of Bitter Giggle's death in BanBan 7, and while that's definitely part of it, but I think there's something even darker going on. Sheriff Toadster has always been one of the kindest and most loyal characters in the series, but in BanBan 8, he looks like he's completely broken. So what's really happening to him? What role will he play in BanBan 8? And could this be his final appearance in the series? So Sheriff Toadster was first introduced in BanBan 4, and ever since then, he's been one of the few characters who actually tries to help the player. Unlike other characters who constantly switches between being good and evil, Sheriff Toadster has always been straightforward. He's never really been a villain, and he's one of the few characters who still seems to have some sense of morality. But that doesn't mean he hasn't been through a lot. In BanBan 6, he had to watch as almost all of his friends were turned naughtified, and there was nothing he could do to stop it. In BanBan 7, he had to witness his best friend, Bitter Giggle, die right in front of him. That kind of loss changes a person. Or in this case, an experiment. And in BanBan 8, we might finally see the breaking point of Sheriff Toadster. But how will this happen? Well, there are a few major possibilities. The first is that Sheriff Toadster will be forced into his hellish form. As we saw in BanBan 6, a specific type of Givanium can be used to create hellish versions of characters. BanBan himself used it on Nabnab, turning him into something much more powerful. But why would this happen to Sheriff Toadster? It's possible that BanBan or someone else sees Sheriff Toadster as weak in his current form. If there's a powerful new enemy in BanBan 8, someone might decide that the only way to defeat them is by forcing Sheriff Toadster to change. And if that happens, it could completely destroy everything that makes him who he is. Sheriff Toadster has always been about law and order, but if he's turned hellish, he might lose all sense of control. And the scariest part, what if it's the player who is forced to make this decision? But there's another, even darker theory. What if BanBan 8 is the last time we see Sheriff Toadster? He's already lost almost everything. He wasn't able to save his friends. He wasn't able to stop Bitter Giggle from dying. And now, in BanBan 8, he might realize that there's nothing left for him. We've already seen how the euphoric brothers aren't afraid to make the story emotional. In BanBan 6, we saw characters like Banbalina and other characters suffer horrible fates. In BanBan 7, we saw the tragic loss of Bitter Giggle. If BanBan 8 continues this pattern, then maybe Sheriff Toadster is next. Maybe he's the next character to die, and that's why he looks so different in the trailer. It could be a sign that he's nearing the end of his journey, and this time, there might be no way to save him. But there's also another possibility, one that not a lot of people are talking about. What if Sheriff Toadster isn't just sad in the trailer? What if he's angry? We've never really seen him lose control before, but after everything that's happened, what if he finally snaps? What if he realizes that law and order don't matter in BanBan's kindergarten? That no matter how hard he tries, everything always falls apart. Maybe it's not a hellish transformation, and maybe he's not dying. Maybe he's just done playing by the rules. Maybe in BanBan 8, we'll see Sheriff Toadster take matters into his own hands for the first time, doing things we never expected from him. So, what do you think? Is Sheriff Toadster going to be turned into his hellish form in BanBan 8? Is he going to die? Or are we about to see a completely new side of his character? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's talk about an interesting theory is made by me. The new trailer for BanBan 8 introduced 5 major characters: Flambo, Hellish Nabnab, Sheriff Toadster, Jumbo Josh, and Zolphius. But something feels off. These characters don't look the same as before. Sheriff Toadster appears completely broken and sad, while Jumbo Josh looks heavily injured. And here's something really strange. The euphoric brothers didn't fully reveal Flambo in the latest trailer. This is weird because in the first BanBan 8 teaser, they showed him completely. So why are they hiding him again? One possible reason is that they made changes to Flambo's design, just like how they slightly redesigned Brushista. Maybe his face or body has been altered and they don't want to spoil it too early. But the real concern is what's happening to Jumbo Josh and Sheriff Toadster. They both look injured, exhausted, and completely defeated. Despite this, they might still play huge roles in BanBan 8. Sheriff Toadster has helped us throughout the series, and even though he looks more broken than ever, he might still try to assist us in some way. But will he survive this time? Now, let's talk about the biggest question. How will BanBan 8 continue the story? At the end of BanBan 7, we were attacked by Syringeon, and in the new trailer, we see Syringeon performing some kind of surgery involving eyes. But here's the mystery. Who is the surgery being done on? Is it the player, or is it some other character? If Syringeon is experimenting on the player, then BanBan 8 might start with us trapped in Syringeon's clinic. We might have to escape on our own, or maybe someone, like Sheriff Toadster or another character, helps us get out. But can we trust Syringeon? Absolutely not. He has already helped BanBan lock up Flambo, and he's attacked us multiple times in BanBan 7. And if you've watched the Euphoric Brothers Chronicles episodes, they've hinted that they want to make Syringeon even scarier and more evil. So there's no way he's going to be on our side. And then there's Stinger Flynn. He was with us at the end of BanBan 7, and we know from an old note written by one of the children that Stinger Flynn saved some kids from Opila Bird and BanBan. The note said, "The nice jellyfish saved us from the big bird and the evil red man. We are going to the jellyfish's home." This confirms that Stinger Flynn knows where the missing children and workers are. That means he could play a huge role in BanBan 8, possibly leading us closer to uncovering the truth about the facility. Another strange thing in the BanBan 8 trailer is Nabnab. We last saw him in BanBan 6, and while he did appear in a dream sequence in BanBan 7, he hasn't been in the real story since then. But now, he's suddenly back. And let's not forget forget, Nab is one of the few characters who can evolve into a hellish form. This could make him one of the biggest threats in BanBan 8. And speaking of returning characters, we also see Zolphius in the new trailer. He has appeared in almost every BanBan game, but he still remains a complete mystery. BanBan himself once described Zolphius as lonely, which brings up an interesting detail. If you look at the BanBan 8 trailer carefully, you'll notice something strange. Almost every major character in the trailer seems to be lonely, abandoned, or broken. Zolphius is a mysterious, lonely figure. Flambo was locked in a closet for years, completely alone. Sheriff Toadster, while not usually lonely, now looks completely helpless and sad. Jumbo Josh is lying on the ground, injured and abandoned. And Nab is literally an outcast, an abandoned member of BanBan's family. Could this be an intentional theme in BanBan 8? Maybe this chapter will be the saddest one yet, where we lose several allies and witness the true horrors of the kindergarten. Now, we are going to talk about a secret family we discovered a few days ago in BanBan's kindergarten. Let's quickly go over the 3 known families. First, we have the Flambo family, which is pretty obvious. Then, we have the mutant family, which includes some of the most dangerous and strange-looking characters in the series. And last is the Gavanium family, which is connected to the experiments and the dangerous Gavanium material. But some characters don't fit into any of these families. For example, Tarta Bird and the Nanny are not part of any known group. Same for Ramamba, Mr. Kebab Man, and Truffletooth. These characters are unique, but they don't seem to belong anywhere, at least not yet. Let's start with Ramamba. He's a giant snake-like creature with a ram's head, curved horns, floppy ears, and a creepy smile with Gavanium-stained teeth. Ramamba is actually the main villain in BanBan 0 and one of the most serious characters in the whole series. But at the end of BanBan 0, he loses a fight against Baby BanBan. And after that, some fans think he died, while others believe he's still alive, just waiting for the right moment to return. Then we have the Nanny, a character we only see for a few seconds in BanBan 6. She looks very different from all the other characters. Because of her strange appearance and short screen time, some fans think she might just be part of a nightmare, but others believe she's real and could be part of this secret family we haven't seen fully yet. Next is Truffletooth. He's probably the cutest character in the series and quickly became a fan favorite. He plays a big role in BanBan 0 and adds a lot of emotion and fun to the game. Even though he looks very different from other characters, fans believe he could be part of a new family made of softer or helper-type creatures. And then we have Mr. Kebab Man. He's a metallic robot-like character with cross eyes. In BanBan 4, 6, and 7, he play a very important role, and he feels different from every other character and has no confirmed family connection yet. So here's the big theory. What if all of these characters are part of a new secret family that we haven't discovered yet? Some fans believe they could be part of a forgotten experiment family. Maybe the scientists were creating different types of characters for special roles, some for security, some for helping kids, some just for fun. And this group of characters was either scrapped or hidden away. Another theory says that some of these characters might be connected to the existing families, but we just don't know it yet. For example, maybe the Nanny is part of the Flambo family. Maybe Ramamba is a member of the mutant family who broke away. But the most interesting idea is this. In every new BanBan game, we discover new characters and deeper storylines. So maybe this secret family is being revealed slowly, piece by piece, across multiple games. Maybe they're not gone or forgotten. They're just waiting. And if that's true, then we might finally see the full family in BanBan 8 or BanBan 9. It's also possible that some of these characters were created to be alone, made by the scientists without a family, just like failed experiments. Whatever the answer is, one thing is clear. These characters, Ramamba, the Nanny, Truffletooth, Mr. Kebab Man, they all feel important. They all feel like they belong to something bigger. Now, let's talk about one more mysterious character. When Bring a Friend Day took place, only 2 cases were fully ready. Case 13, which is Stinger Flynn, and Case 12G, which is Captain Fiddles. This means that Captain Fiddles was one of the few characters who was physically present when everything went horribly wrong. And yet, despite being completed and active, we never see him in any of the BanBan games physically. His presence has always been in the background, whether in wall art, files, or VHS tapes. The first time we saw Captain Fiddles in the series was in BanBan 1, but it was only as a depiction. Then, in BanBan 2, his entire crew was introduced. These include Aqua Fiddles, Magenta Fiddles, Orange Fiddles, Brown Fiddles, Yellow Fiddles, Forest Fiddles, and Crimson Fiddles. But this brings up a major question. If all of his crew members have been seen scene in the game. Why is Captain Fiddles himself missing? One of the biggest hints about Captain Fiddles comes from a VHS tape in BanBan 3, where we can see him sitting next to a child. Now, why is this important? As we all know, during Bring a Friend Day, Stinger Flynn helped hide the children in a safe place, away from the horrors happening in the facility. Since Captain Fiddles was one of the only 2 fully completed cases at the time, it's possible that he helped Stinger Flynn rescue the children. If he was dangerous, why would a child be sitting next to him so calmly? Another interesting detail comes from his case file. Nowhere in his documents is there any mention of Captain Fiddles having a hellish form, unlike some of the other characters. This suggests that he might not be aggressive and that the children could actually feel safe around him. This makes it even more likely that he was involved in protecting them. But if Captain Fiddles is helping the kids, where is he now? One theory is that he might be guarding all the missing children and workers in a secret location. We know the Euphoric brothers like to leave big reveals for later games, so it's possible that Captain Fiddles will appear in BanBan 8 or even later, revealing a major mystery about the missing kids. However, there's one small issue. According to his case file, Captain Fiddles is not very smart. This means it's unlikely that Stinger Flynn would trust him alone with such an important task. But that doesn't mean he's not involved. Maybe he's hiding with the kids, acting as a protector, but being kept out of the main action. There's also another possibility. What if Captain Fiddles has been captured or experimented on? We've seen what happened to other characters like Nab and Jumbo Josh. So maybe Captain Fiddles has been taken by someone, and that's why he hasn't shown up yet. One thing is certain. The Euphoric brothers have purposely kept Captain Fiddles hidden. They wouldn't introduce his entire crew and give him such an important backstory only to do nothing with him. He is going to reveal something huge in a future game. Now let's talk about true power of the Queen's Scepter. Queen Bouncilia's scepter is one of the biggest mysteries in Garten of BanBan series. Sir Dadadoo is ready to fight an entire war just to get this scepter. He even built an army of notified creatures for this exact purpose. But why? What makes this scepter so powerful that everyone wants it? And why did Syringeon steal a missing piece of it? And today, we are going to break down the full mystery of Queen Bouncilia's scepter. Trust me, this story is much darker than you think. First, let's talk about the history of the scepter. In one of the kindergarten's case update reports, it was mentioned that Queen Bouncilia asked for her magical scepter back, but the management refused, saying there was no proof that the scepter had any powers. That already sounds strange, but it gets even weirder. Nobody in the kindergarten had any memory of how the scepter was created. There were no records of anyone making it, yet somehow it existed. Queen Bouncilia also refused to tell anyone where it came from. This means that either she got it from somewhere else, or the truth about its creation was hidden on purpose. But why? One thing we do know is that the scepter was divided into 3 pieces. This was probably done to make sure no one could use its full power. In Garten of BanBan 6, the player, Sheriff Toadster, and Bitter Giggle went on a mission to find it. But when they finally reached the scepter room, they discovered that one piece was missing. That's when we discovered that Syringeon had already taken the missing piece. Then, just moments later, Sir Dadadoo attacked, proving that the scepter was extremely important. But what was he planning to do with it? In Garten of BanBan 7, we got more answers. The missing piece of the scepter was found in Syringeon's office, sitting right next to BanBan's party hats. But the real twist came near the end of the game. The scepter was finally completed when Syringeon used a modified sample of Jumbo Josh's DNA to restore it. But before anything could happen, Sir Dadadoo launched another attack. He jumped down to the battlefield, where Jumbo Josh was fighting the notified monsters. And then, something completely unexpected happened. Jumbo Josh ate the scepter. This raises a massive question. Why did he do that? Was it an accident, or did he know something we don't? Some theories suggest that the scepter had the ability to control the monsters of BanBan's kindergarten. If that's true, then Sir Dadadoo wasn't just collecting it for power. He might have been trying to use it to take control of the entire kindergarten. We already know he built an army of notified creatures, so he may have needed the scepter to fully control them. But if it also had the power to control monsters like Jumbo Josh, then its destruction could mean that BanBan's kindergarten is now even more unstable than before. Another theory suggests that the scepter wasn't just a weapon, it was a key. Some fans believe that it had the ability to unlock something hidden deep within the kindergarten. It could be a secret related to Gavanium, or maybe something even worse. If this is true, then Jumbo Josh eating the scepter may have accidentally stopped Sir Dadadoo from unlocking something dangerous. But what could that be? Whatever the case, one thing is clear. Queen Bouncilia's scepter is one of the most important objects in the entire game. Nobody knows exactly where it came from, but it was powerful enough to start a war. And now that it's been eaten by Jumbo Josh, we have no idea what's going to happen next. Will it give him new powers? Will it make him even more aggressive? Or was the scepter's power destroyed forever? We're going to find out in BanBan 8. Now, we are going to talk about the mystery of the missing humans in Garten of BanBan. Where are all the humans and doctors in Garten of BanBan? This is one of the biggest mysteries in the series. We know for a fact that the horrifying creatures we see in the game were created by humans. Scientists, doctors, and researchers were responsible for the experiments that led to the birth of BanBan, Jumbo Josh, Stinger Flynn, and many more. But despite their major role in the kindergarten's history, we never actually see them in any of the games. Even in BanBan 0, which takes place before the tragic Bring a Friend Day event, there's still not a single human or doctor physically present. So where are they? Were they all wiped out during the disaster? Or are some of them still alive? To understand this, let's start with the Bring a Friend Day event. This was supposed to be a special day where children and their parents would be introduced to the creatures, or cases, created in the kindergarten. However, things went horribly wrong. Many of the experiments weren't ready yet, which led to a catastrophic event where most of the staff and visitors were either killed or went missing. But here's the big question. Did all the scientists and doctors die during this event? Or did something else happen to them? In BanBan 0, we are exploring a time before the Bring a Friend Day disaster. This is the period when all the creatures were still being developed in the facility. So, if we are exploring the kindergarten before the chaos, then why don't we see any humans? The simple answer is that they were there, but the developers purposely chose not to show them yet. The Euphoric brothers are clearly saving these characters for future games. But there's even more evidence that humans and doctors were still around in BanBan 0. If you listen carefully to the conversation between BanBan and Syringeon in BanBan 0, you'll notice that Syringeon actually mentions doctor samples.
The results are out. You're being replaced. We have to do something, and I might just know what exactly. I'll come by later and tell you everything. We won't get another chance, so it must be done tonight, or else they'll notice what I've altered. I've also nabbed that doctor's samples as promised.
He also tells BanBan that the results are here and that BanBan is going to be replaced. This tells us two things. First, scientists were still actively experimenting on the creatures during this time. And second, there was a decision made by the doctors to remove BanBan from his role. This suggests that a higher authority of scientists was still in control of the kindergarten before things spiraled out of control. But there's another reason why we don't see any humans in BanBan 0. In this game, we play as Flambo, a newly created experiment. And since Flambo is just a test subject, it's possible that experiments were not allowed to interact with doctors or researchers. This would explain why we only see Syringeon talking to BanBan, rather than any actual humans giving commands. It's possible that the developers wanted to show the world from the perspective of the experiments, keeping the scientists as a hidden force in the background. Now, let's talk about the other games, like BanBan 6 and BanBan 7. These games take place after Bring a Friend Day, meaning most of the doctors and staff should have already been wiped out by that point. We know that many of them were killed during the chaos, while others, like Dr. Uthman Adam and Weverly Mason, were either kidnapped or killed by the monsters they created. But does this mean all the scientists are gone? Not necessarily. If any doctors or researchers survived, they would likely be hiding somewhere deep in the facility. Garten of BanBan is a massive place, and we haven't even explored half of it yet. There could be secret underground labs or hidden safe zones where the remaining humans are staying, waiting for a chance to escape or regain control. There's also the question of whether the scientists are still experimenting in secret. What if some of them are continuing their horrifying work in hidden areas of the kindergarten? If that's the case, then future games like BanBan 8 might finally reveal their fate. So what do you think? Are the scientists all dead, or are some of them still hiding somewhere in the kindergarten? Let me know your theories in the comments.